Okay, here are 5 UCAT mistakes you have to avoid. Number 1 is not practicing timing enough. The main problem with the UCAT is not necessarily the questions themselves, it's doing the questions quickly and accurately under that immense time pressure. Someone once told me that if everybody had all day to sit the UCAT, most people would be getting 100% or close to 100%, because the problem is not the questions, it's the timing. Practice timed mocks as soon as you can. Don't just sit there doing questions without timed conditions. Go on to the timed mocks because that's the main issue. Number 2 is not using the horrific UCAT calculator for quantitative reasoning. In quantitative reasoning, they give you a calculator and it is the worst calculator known to man. It is so clunky and difficult to use, and if you don't practice using it from now, it's going to catch you out in your exam. Practice using it from now when you're doing your mocks so you can get used to it, and also so you can figure out whether it's quicker for you to click the calculator on screen or to use the keyboard, because there's 2 methods of doing that way, and you want to know which one is better for you in terms of timing. The third mistake is ignoring sections that you struggle with, also known as ego practicing. Do not be the kid that ego practices, because that's not going to help you in the long run. For example, I hated quantitative reasoning with a passion, so I think, to be honest, when I was practicing, especially in the beginning, I avoided quantitative reasoning a little bit, but then towards the end I realised that I need to pattern up, I need to actually practice quantitative reasoning because it's my worst one. I'm glad I did that, because of course if I hadn't practiced and put in that effort, I probably wouldn't have done as well as I did in my UCAT. Mistake number 4 is getting obsessed with scores on mocks. So the mock is not actually indicative of your actual performance in your real exam. You could have a really high mock score one day, and then the next day you could have a terrible one. There were days where I didn't even score like 2000, I think. It would really mess with my head and really get to me thinking, you know, what if I perform this badly on the day of my test? The thing is, you can't think like that. Think of it this way, that whatever mistakes you're making now is good, because that means you'll make them now, you'll learn from them, and you won't actually make them on the day of your test. Don't get hung up with scores on mocks, just use it as a learning curve. Mistake number 5 is practicing too late, leaving it to the last minute. You don't want to be doing that, because the UCAT requires a lot of practice. It is a very difficult exam, I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't practice, you are setting yourself up for failure. If you're watching this in later years, by that I don't mean you should start practicing astronomically early and panicking really early. For example, if you're watching this in year 10 right now, you don't need to be practicing the UCAT right now. If you really want to be practicing right now for whatever reason, you can keep it to a very bare minimum, and maybe doing 1 question from each section a week. Don't start panicking too early, and don't start practicing too late. That's the bottom line. A lot of you may be going into 6th form after the summer, so if you want to get ahead and get the best possible grades in your A levels, then you can actually have a free lesson with an experienced tutor on Lesson Wise, where they can go through with you anything that you're worried about, any questions you may have, and overall build your exam confidence and your study performance and techniques. So to access that free lesson, all you have to do is go to the description of this video, click on the link that I left in there. It'll take you to a page where you just have to fill out a really quick form. It takes 30 seconds, just so that they can match you with a tutor and get you started. Don't miss out. And yeah, that's all my advice. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or you can email me. My email is in my channel bio. Good luck with your UCAT, you got this, and yeah, bye guys.